Hey, welcome to Butcher Bay Rejects. I'm Mark.
I'm Greg. What's up, nerds?
How you doing, bud? How you doing?
Pretty good. Feel like a secret invasion over here with the thunder and lightning coming in. Let's do
Yes,
this
sir.
quick
Yes, sir.
before we're cut off. Speaking of which, we're going to review that new series. Boy,
Yes.
would they take a big swing in episode one?
Yeah.
Anywho, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, episode 2 and 3,
Yep.
and Witcher only got season 1 in, but we'll have the rest by the next time we record. And
Episode 1.
yeah, episode 1 called Shaerrawedd, however you pronounce that. And Mark surprised all of us by watching Walking Dead: Dead City, episodes 1 and 2. So this will be fun. All right,
Actually,
all
I
right.
watched all three.
Wait, third one's only out on Sunday. You got an advance copy or something?
No, third. It's been 3 weeks.
Oh, I see what you mean. Wait, are you sure? I wrote.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Sorry, I'm gonna have to go to Google to check this because.
I mean, we'll review 1 and 2, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, no, I don't know why I wrote down 1 and 2 if there's 3. What the hell is the third one? Now you got me perplexed here.
oops.
Yeah. No, it's tomorrow. No, there's 2 episodes. People Are a Resource is set to air July 2nd tomorrow. So no, there's only 2. Unless I'm saying you got an advance copy. Like if you subscribe, even if you subscribe to AMC Plus, you only get it in the morning. So unless you got some advance copy, but no, episode 3 called People Are a Resource only airs tomorrow. So 1 and 2 we'll cover old acquaintances and who's there.
To a certain website that I
no need to mention. Yeah, well, I'm saying someone might have. Sure, that's possible. And someone's probably fired now. But okay. All right.
Like I said, I acquired this like last week.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. If you some of your friends go to those, and but the legit way, no, I have to wait to tomorrow or Sunday. All right, Secret Invasion took a big swing, killed off a Canadian. Not happy. What the heck, Mark?
A lot of people not
talk
happy.
me down here. Robin Schabatsky. Come on, how could you do that, right?
Oh, that's a huge move.
Yeah, that should be a movie move. I don't like the fact they did it in TV, or whatever.
Well,
Disney Plus
from what I've been reading though, that this was supposed to be Secret Invasion was supposed to put her in the spotlight. I mean, they put her in the spotlight in the first episode by knocking her off.
Yeah, and then to make it worse, she believes it's her boss that killed her into her last dying breath. So yikes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think originally it was supposed to be a movie, but something happened and it wasn't a movie or several movies. But whatever.
Well, also it created a lot of drama. That created a ton of drama.
Yes, it did.
Both in the show and online.
Yeah, she was shocked nobody leaked it. Like she shot that a year ago, and she's so shocked that no one blabbed. Like Kobe Smulders just can't believe it. Word didn't get out.
Well, lately they've been pretty good with keeping secrets because there was a few we got surprised by in recent shows. So I don't know. Maybe they're getting better at it.
Well, yeah. I mean, so far, I think there's only 6 episodes, so this will be a quick one. But
right now I think it's one of those slow burns to a fast exit. So I think the first few episodes are going to be like first few episodes that were slow. They were very, very setting the stage, so to speak. Yeah,
the Skrulls came despite Fury not inviting them because he was doing something on a space station, and he's looking like he's got some wear and tear on him now, and he's moving.
Yeah, he's
a little bit like an old
slow.
Man. Yeah. Not the Fury we once knew. Okay.
Oh, how old is Sam Jackson?
Well, I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess he must be 70, 70s? Right? Yeah.
So he's acting his age, basically.
Yeah. I almost hope that Escalade he got into like is the one he had in Winter Soldier, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
But we get to see Emilia Clarke back again. So Bend the knee. Bend the
she's
knee.
looking to be a little shit, isn't she?
Yeah. She let that bombing happen there. Surprisingly.
No. Yeah, this is going to be definitely a. How do you deal with this kind of level of infiltration and destruction? You know.
Yeah.
Without the Avengers coming to front and center.
Well, yeah, there. I think in episode 2 there was a brief mention, but this is the silly part. I don't like, because obviously we know they can't. There's movies and TVs, and no, we're going to solve this on our own. How they just explain it away. Okay, we get it.
Oh, what was it I was watching? Well, I decided to deep dive MCU again. Cut out the slower movies, but. In the end, I want to see Endgame again, but I didn't want to just jump to that one. But you see, like, a few things where, where are the rest of the Avengers when this shit's going down in some of the individual movies,
Yeah.
So, yeah. We shall see. But, no, there's a lot of tension amongst the... Skrull underworld.
Yeah, then some.
So I mean, it's still a slow burn. Like, we're not really moving at a fast pace, but there's a lot of shit going on. But so far, so good. I saw an article where the I think it was it Marvel or Disney told the writers, don't read the comic book.
Yeah. Yeah,
they wanted a secret invasion, but they wanted to create their own secret invasion based on what they had versus what was in the comic books. Because what's in the comic books just isn't good enough for film.
That's right.
You fucks.
Yes, sir. No argument there.
Oh, on a note, it's MCU adjacent. You know what they have to do for Extraction 3?
What?
Get Marcus and McFeely to write it.
Yeah.
That's why the Russos' directing was so great. They had a fantastic script. And that was Marcus and McFeely. They tried to write their own, they shit the bed.
Yeah.
But that's another story.
Go on to a new story.
Let's go on to a new
Strange
story.
New Worlds. Ad Astra per Aspera, and tomorrow. So what I liked about Ad Astra per Aspera was one of those military courtroom dramas they just don't do anymore. So I'm calling this episode "A Few Good Illyrians" because
that had a few good men level tension. That was good. It was really good. So
we get Pike in this one. We didn't see him in the first episode. Now he's back. No. He's trying to gain her freedom, and then the lawyer. They hire that amazing lawyer, and she kind of turns the tables on him. The whole seeking sanctuary line.
Well, you know what? It was beautifully done. I mean, the intelligence behind the writing of this was just fantastic. The whole manipulation of the courtroom and trying to get, everybody thought she was going in one direction, and it turned out, no, she had another agenda, and it just kind of like slipped in to fit everybody's needs, So, and I like how they were trying to, again, not just go after her, but then, hey, everyone on the Enterprise knew who you were, so they conspired too. Let's have a witch hunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I love that scene before the courtroom drama with Spock and the lead counsel there, the Vulcan. Apparently they're arguing. I'm sorry you had to see that outburst. Just two guys sitting across from him while they're not talking.
I like how he turns and goes, You got to learn to read body language.
Yeah, that doctor. I mean, Jesus, I'm not used to a doctor being some kind of mercenary or sex soldier.
No kidding.
I mean, like, what the heck's happening here?
No kidding. I know we're jumping into the next episode, but I mean, still.
You never saw Bones doing that, for God's sakes. Okay.
No, I'm a doctor, Jim, not a trainer.
Yeah. I mean, this guy, geez, and he's training with Lon Nudie and Singh. They're doing that little.
And taking her down.
Yeah.
No. Before we'll finish the courtroom and then we'll get into that one because that was a really good episode too.
Yeah.
But no, I loved how everything. You had the Vulcan lawyer who was trying to just tear everything down, and then their lawyer turned it around and made it about humanity or the act of being human. And I think. I think it's like everything about that episode just rang true. There was a few tear-jerking moments in there too, eh?
Yeah, there were.
Like especially with her trying to, she's fighting for her life and fighting for her right to exist, and follow her own path. So I think that was really, really well done. And I like the end when everybody's there to greet her. It's like, well, if you're all here, who's flying the ship?
Yeah.
Back to your stations. Then we move into the next episode. What did you think about the old time travel back to Toronto?
Yeah, well, that was convenient, right? Where they shoot the show. And I'm like, wait, I think that looks awfully like, yep. And then they say it,
Yeah,
Toronto.
Yeah.
This one gave me City on the Edge of Forever vibes from the first season there, where Kirk and Spock go back in time and he falls in love with Joan Collins. The actress played Joan Collins, and so there was similar with. I find it interesting that Lon Nudie and Singh kind of falls for Kirk, although alternate universe Kirk or whatever they're calling it, parallel universe Kirk.
Is her ancestor's greatest enemy.
Yeah, well, that's another thing too that was weird because the Khan storyline and timeline's been changed so many times. So I think in this one they were trying to correct it because in an episode of what was the one with Janeway, the Star Trek, they go back in '96 and he hasn't. They don't mention him, whereas in '92 I think it was considered that's the uprise of Khan when it started, 1992. So I think by doing this because of the Kelvin time, I went down a rabbit hole. Okay, so I think this corrects it now. Okay.
Yeah.
And you knew she wasn't gonna kill, obviously, the kid, even though she would have saved many lives if she'd had. But she's not a Terminator. Okay.
Yeah. But did you find that Romulan assassin was just a little bit too wired?
Oh, yeah. I kind of got fooled.
A little too emo there, and a little too.
Well, I got fooled by that. I totally bought that she was, one of these conspiracy theorist podcasters or whatever, alternate media people types. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming at all. Yeah, and I found it odd in this Kirk. He was born. The real Kirk's born in we all know in Iowa, right? And he was born on the USS Iowa. I like how they played with that. And
a little timeline switch.
And that car he drove was awfully similar to the convertible that he drove in J.J. Abrams' first Star Trek movie.
Yes,
James Tiberius Kirk.
If they had played Sabotage.
Yeah, and even then, Nan was making fun of his middle name.
Yeah,
being Tiberius, and then her brother, and then what? My brother's still alive in your timelines.
My brother, what was his brother's name? George.
Yeah, the real name. Yeah, everyone calls him Sam, but his real name is George.
Yeah, well, their father's supposed to be named George.
Yeah, George. Yeah, who was aboard the USS Kelvin, which we see die upon the bridge, and in the J.J. Abrams Star Trek. I don't want to go down that hole again.
Everybody wants to do their own thing.
Yeah, exactly. Whew.
Yeah. No, but it was a good Good thing. Again,
yeah, and then this one comes. Yeah, this one starts with her investigating a noise complaint. Someone called on Spock because his lyre was too loud. Am I to know who made the noise complaint against me? And she goes, no. They were anonymous. Yeah.
Anonymous. Yeah. Well, that's the whole part of being a cop, right? You gotta answer all the little complaints as well as the big ones.
Yeah, it's just funny that there's noise complaints aboard a starship. For God's sakes, even there in the future, we can't escape it. Okay.
And the thing is, also, I found it interesting that the head of security is handling the noise complaint instead of actually having one of her officers do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it'd be better if you spoke to Spock.
Yeah, and I like how he dies, but then she calls. You kind of hope that was going to happen. I was hoping they'd bump into each other, but the fact that she called and he's like, "Well, buy me a drink and I'll tell you sometime." So
yeah. They pulled on some heartstrings there too, like when she breaks down at the end there.
Yeah, because she's not the type of woman that falls for a guy every week. You can tell, right? So
no. Well, she keeps everything close to the vest on everything. So, no, it was fun to see her let loose a little bit, laugh a little bit, have a hot dog, Hot
dog, yeah.
I love that. We need currency. Well, go get some currency. We can't just go and get currency.
And what does he say?
Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, 2-dimensional chess is for idiots or something.
Yeah, it's for beginners or something like.
Yeah.
Amateurs, whatever he said. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like
we saw Canadian money in a Star Trek
Canadian
show.
money, yes.
Man.
Yes.
There's the first.
A few fivers right there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't go into a Tim Hortons. They should have. They should have gone into a Tim Hortons.
What are these, tribbles? No, Timbits. Okay.
Tim Bits? Bits of Tim? Who's Tim?
Yeah.
What am I eating? But I'm pretty sure they had donut holes in the future.
They must if
Kirk knows what a hot dog is, he's had donuts.
Yeah, and if quarters aren't soundproofed on a starship, then yeah, of course there are. Okay. I think it would be soundproof, but whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
I think they would have figured that out.
Too much fun. Yeah. No, I'm really enjoying this series just because of the whole self-contained episodes.
Yeah.
So.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to Witcher episode 1.
Witcher.
Yeah, even the recap didn't help me much. But,
it's hard to remember everything that was going on, and you're sitting there like going,
"Yeah, it's all world building."
Who did what?
Yeah, I got Game of Thrones under my belt because I read all the books, but this one I'd never played the game, didn't read the books, so I'm like, oh god, I'm like, it's so you really have to invest. And since this is Cavill's last season, then I want to make sure I savor this, this last. Part 1 and 2. So yeah, I had to keep pausing and then looking up stuff. Like, oh, okay. So basically, he's trying to forgive Yennefer of Vengerberg for almost turning Ciri over.
Yeah.
Ciri's Yennefer's trying to teach her, I guess,
magic.
Yeah, or
how to control her magic.
Yeah. But then
she's sort of like a child with a handgun kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Power wise, so I was trying to keep her on point.
And what's the bard's name again? I forget.
Yaz.
Okay, Yaz. Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, he looks like, I don't know what near the end of that first episode, I don't know, looked like he might be persuaded to, turn her over or get her in a vulnerable place. I thought like he was making a deal, right?
Yeah, but I think he was making a deal to try and protect everybody.
Oh my God, we have to talk about this. Like, at one point there's this elven warrior, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, that looks like Robbie Amell. And then I go to look up it is fucking Robbie Amell in an English accent. I'm like, are you fucking kidding? I'm so mad now. He canceled Montreal Comic Con because I would have definitely brought that up. Like, just when you think you know a guy, here he is with all these English and Irish actors, like pulling his weight, and he was
pulling his weight big time, because
I totally dismissed it, but well, he had that close shave hair, and I'm like, oh man, this English actor looks just like Robbie. Like, I wonder if he knows that. And then I'm like, wait a minute. And I've seen all his movies. He's never even attempted an English accent in any of them. So man, way to go. MVP of the week.
He was a native right there.
Yeah. No, for sure. Man, very impressive.
Yeah. No, so far everybody's. Oh no,
it's Jaskier. Sorry, Jaskier is the bard. Sorry, I can never remember that.
Jaskier.
Yeah, Jaskier. So they don't pronounce the J. So I always have a problem with his name. But yeah, Joey Beatty is the actor. But yeah.
Yeah. I always like him. You always get me into trouble.
Yeah. But of course,
I love you.
Their attempt to stay together was thwarted near the end because he had to go try and find and kill the guy who left the fire on his finger. Another name I can't remember.
Rinzer.
Yeah. So then that leaves Yennefer and Ciri off on their own.
Yeah, but she's teaching. She's showing her the bits and pieces. But it's like, it's a new mom and teenager scenario, right? So all sorts of trouble to be had.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And that the elf there, the beautiful elven, I guess, chief there, Francesca Findabair, man, like I looked her up, like this face is too beautiful. Sure enough, yeah, she won like Britain's top model. Like I said, no, look at that face. That has she.
You get distracted way.
Oh no, I kept saying no. She had to come from modeling, and sure enough, yeah, she was. She won the that season in 2009. So, no, she's a good actress, but I'm thinking, no, that face is striking. For God's sakes, you put a pointy ears on her. I mean, Jesus. I mean, it's probably every guy's fantasy.
Elf, Vulcan, Romulan. It's all good.
If you have pointy ear fantasies, then she's your one. Boy.
The fight scenes, girl hasn't missed a trick.
Yeah.
Henry has been keeping up with his studies because
he's been grunting,
just rocking through people.
Yep. So we'll get the all the rest of the episodes next episode, BBR, and let's move on because I can't believe you watched Walking Dead Dead City. I'm still like
surprise.
Okay, but just tell me you'll do something because I don't know if you've seen it. So Andrew Lincoln and everyone's unanimous opinion that Jeffrey Dean Morgan has had the best villain entrance of all time when he first appears in The Walking Dead. Have you seen that scene to explain why Maggie hates him so much? Have you seen this? If I send it to you, will you watch it?
There was a flashback.
No, it's a long scene. It totally, like if I send that to you,
he killed her husband, right?
Yes, but it's just the way how the whole thing happened. Like he literally is like the best villain entry. I'd even say movies, but if you go for TV, like, oh no, it's like a 10-15 minute scene. But if I send it to you, will you watch it?
Oh yeah.
You like Jeffrey Dean Morgan? He's firing on all cylinders in this scene, and
there was a flashback. There was a flashback. I don't know if it was episode 1 or episode 2.
Oh no, there was, but that does not do justice to it.
No. But I get the point of. I get the hint.
Yeah.
Why she don't like him too much.
Yeah, but she has to make a deal with the devil because one of his flunkies, the Croat, takes her kid, for insurance. So she goes to the one man who, and again, a lot of stuff happened in seasons after he killed her, but when The Walking Dead ended, they kind of begrudgingly left and went their way. So when Jeffrey Dean Morgan, at the end of Walking Dead, the series, he actually was married with an African-American woman and had a kid on the way. And they don't they don't go. She asks him, but he doesn't answer. So that's like pissing me off right now because it doesn't look good. Like he was married and had a kid on the way.
No, because right now he was just traveling with that younger kid.
Yeah, exactly, and no mention of it yet. And I'm like, okay, hope this comes up later. So so the fact that they're leaving Virginia and going to probably the worst place you'd want to go if you don't like walkers, New York City. And wow. And not only that, there's some haven now that has actual law, sheriffs. What are they calling them? They're
marshals.
Yeah. Marshals. Like what? Like what the hell's going on? So this is obviously 7-8 years after the end of the series. So
yeah.
And of course, Negan killed about 5 men. So that's why. So man, a lot going on in that first episode. And I was I was pissed off. I was like, what the fuck is Raffi doing in my show? I'm like, I lost it. And then thank the Walking Dead gods. Ooh, did they get rid of her in epic fashion? And probably the only time I was like, thank you.
Sticking her head through the fence.
Someone, getting their face gnawed off through a fence. So, phew. Yeah. Okay.
Eaten alive. That's
I'm sorry, no offense, but I just left you in Picard. I didn't mean to see you so soon. No offense, but okay. People, don't last as long on The Walking Dead as they do on other shows. So,
well, Maggie made short work of her too with the boot knife. Putting the other knife into her hand.
That's new. She's never had that in her repertoire. That's God. Don't y'all love Lauren Cohan? Oh God, what a babe.
I liked her in Ghostbusters.
So gorgeous.
As the horny single mom.
Yeah. And then in Who's There, we basically people are like zip lining, for transport, and they meet up with these people that are basically
walkers are falling from the sky, from the fucking sky.
So it's a bit like two classic New York movies, The Warriors and like you mentioned, Escape from New York vibes, right? Yeah. So you have gangs.
Yeah, very much.
I guess the Croats the main gang, but I'm sure there are a lot of little ones sprinkled here and there, and of course, they're warring tribes. And then Negan, oh boy, he. So when he guts that guy, that's.
I'm assuming that old. Yeah, I was assuming that. I was assuming that's old Negan.
But he in a way he had to do it. Yeah, in a way he had to do it. In a way, like, because when he turns and he sees that Maggie saw him, he's, like I heard him on a podcast explain that scene, so there was a lot going on there. Like maybe that Negan wasn't gone like he thought, he was just keeping it at bay, and, or maybe.
Well, he tried to tell Maggie that, he was playing a role. He needed to be that in order to control that situation.
Yeah, he has to send a message.
Deep down, he just kind of like, I go back to my house, I hang up that role, and I just sit there in my underwear smoking a cigar while, in front of the fireplace. So, I think it's tough to say, like Negan, he was showing so much care for this girl, Jenny, and wanted to make sure she was taken care of. But once he knew he was taking, he wasn't coming back.
Yeah, that's what Maggie said to him.
So
she pretty much called him out on that one. And then the looks like the marshal, I guess, had an address of, I guess, his brother, right? His brother who.
Yeah, his brother.
But
I mean, his partners didn't last too fucking long.
Yeah, but now the Croats got him, and I guess they have a common enemy, and Negan, because Negan basically did that to send a message to the Croat, who, by the way, was never shown or mentioned in the show, but they had to make some.
Yeah, well, I think backstory. that probably happened before he entered into the show. Previously.
Well, Negan had a lot of people like that we saw in the show, but I guess but that's a pretty good. That actor is I think perfect for that role anyway. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's played so many creepy looking characters.
Yeah, he fits right in the Walking Dead universe. Well, so did you like it? Are you going to continue?
Oh yeah, no, it's interesting. I think with the Walking Dead, there was just too many characters to stumble through. And then, obviously the whole zombie shit, which...
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas this one's a little bit more... It's very character developed. And you're definitely seeing an in-depth on each character, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, and it's a mission, right? They have to...
Yeah, it's a mission. It's not necessarily... The zombies are there. As long as the story stays good, it works. It was like... what was the Las Vegas zombie movie we were talking about?
The Zack Snyder, Snyder one.
Well, the beginning of
Army of the Dead, I think.
Army of the Dead. Yeah, the beginning was great. You had good character development. You got to see all this, and then it just halfway or 3/4 of the way through, it just devolved into another zombie movie.
Yeah.
So this one is kind of interesting in a sense of, okay, you got to navigate. You're on a mission, and you got to navigate New York City. And if you got walkers up on the roof and they see you down there, they're going to walk off the roof and splat. You see them at the bottom of elevator shafts, in the water.
Yeah, they're floating on their backs.
Water.
They can't swim. They don't breathe either, so they're not going to die necessarily.
Exactly. So it makes for a very interesting, I guess you could say, survivor obstacle course.
Yeah. Well, and then they also had the roaches, right? All those garbage bags.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, nope.
Nope.
Bye.
So it does make for an interesting aspect, and like you say, it doesn't always go the way people think it's going to go. So, the marshals had them dead to rights, but then, the walkers break through, kill the other guy first, right fast.
Yeah.
Like, don't stand right next to the door where they can grab you, you dumb fuck.
Yeah. There's still dumb deaths in this show. Yeah. Like the guy, when Negan tells the guy he goes, when I say move, you move. Like, yeah, you don't hang around and you always look behind you, right? Because there's always that one silent one that just, creeps. For some reason, it doesn't make any noise. And always catches someone.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, but I mean that scene where of him with the where he guts that was some interesting character.
Yep. And he was actually happy that happened. The actor in the interview I saw, because he basically, when he got imprisoned, we never saw that Negan again, and he goes, it's fun to play that character, obviously. So he was begging him for a scene like that.
Yeah. Well, it is fun. A lot of actors have fun with those kinds of characters because it's so far removed from who they are, so they get to really, really embellish in it, right? I mean, the whole knock knock joke was brilliant. But knock knock. I said knock knock. Supposed to answer, who's there? Butter. Better get inside because it's gonna fucking rain. So I mean, the whole thing, it was extremely well done.
Yeah, and I like the evolution of the weaponry, because this is the first time we see the Croats people have helmets with like buzzsaws on them, so they could just headbutt.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. They get a
spikes
and
headbutt. Yeah, I saw that. I was just like, okay, this is interesting.
That's all brand new.
Yeah. So, well, you know what? I mean, considering it's smart, considering that, okay, they're going to go for the head, right? They want to eat the body. They want to eat the brains, right?
Yep.
That's a zombie MO. So if you got your head in a helmet, and it's spiked, they got a hard time getting to it. So that makes a whole hell of a lot of sense.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, here's an idea for the upcoming apocalypse.
Well, they never used my long spears idea, because so many times people have been trapped on a roof and like, all you need are long spears, and they're just standing there and clunk, 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 like whack-a-mole. But they've never done that. That's all you got to do. Just long spears.
If you get your hands on a minigun, just mow it down.
But some men are longer than others. I see our mother's been talking about me again.
Braveheart deep cuts.
That's right. Yeah, we got it all here.
Yeah. Some spears are longer than others. Yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes the intelligent portion, but we did see Kraven the Hunter trailer. And say what you want about the Sony universe. I like the look of the costume, the look of everything. I kind of like how he doesn't hunt the animals now. They're his friend. He communicates. So I don't know. I'm on board. But Aaron Taylor Johnson some misgivings. But man, the poster. It looks just like freaking Kraven. They even put him in
it looks great.
Fur collar. I mean, yeah, I know people are going to shit on it when it comes out, but I don't know. So far, I was pleased to see at least they were trying to be faithful.
No, they're not. They're not being faithful at all.
No, but the look.
Yes, they're being faithful to the look. But I mean,
just like Morbius was. You say what you want about the movie, but Morbius itself and
for sure,
the transformation was good.
But it's along the lines of, why are they making all of Spider-Man's rogue gallery into anti-heroes?
Yeah.
Kraven was a villain. Let him be a villain. Morbius was a villain. Let him be a villain. You know what I mean? Venom was a villain, but he became an anti-hero and so on and so forth. But then none of it includes Spider-Man.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he has yet to make an appearance.
the whole thing behind Kraven, and this was like pretty much 99% of Kraven's motivation is to hunt Spider-Man, because he's done it all already. That he wants to be the greatest hunter, and you can't be the greatest hunter unless you've hunted the greatest prey. So It's a thing. I mean, they're gonna make their own shit, and it's just kind of like, and I'm pretty sure Aaron Taylor Thomas is gonna play it beautifully. It's gonna be well made. It's gonna be well shot.
Talk about going from Kick-Ass to Kraven, huh? I mean, come on.
Russell Crowe is again playing somebody's crazed father.
Yes, exactly.
Well, he was Zeus.
Yeah, he had our boy Brett. He played the son of Hercules, Father Hercules, and then of course was it Jor-El in Superman?
Yeah, it was Jor-El in Superman, but he was another one for Marvel too, wasn't he?
I thought. Well, if you're okay, I mean, sure, the Kraven's a Marvel property, but it's a Sony. But no, I thought it was just DC, DCU, MCU. But I thought it was just the Zeus.
I thought it was one other.
Okay.
Either way, for some reason, nobody wants to actually do the original stories, and I think that's what's kind of annoying people. It's everybody's doing everything but the actual original story. So we shall see.
And well, this is probably not good news, but The Flash will be out on digital on July 18, which is only 30 days after a theatrical release. Because, even though I saw it, I liked it. I could have done without the spoilers again, because you people think
Transformers also is going to be out July 11th.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Everything is just spending a month in.
Yeah, but
one of the reasons why I didn't go to the theater.
Well, have you gotten any part of this Flash spoiled for you? Because it was spoiled for me, like the last Spider-Man was. I would have liked to have gone in.
I saw all the trailers.
No, but they're people think it's okay now, three days after a movie comes out, to start putting articles of all the freaking cameos. So have you seen any of those? I hope you did it. Okay, good. So try to avoid any of that, because I liked it. I mean, it wasn't a perfect movie, but I liked it. I liked it more if I could have had those surprises, for real. But whatever.
Well, they were. Aren't they? They're using this as a flashpoint to reset the DC universe.
True, but I think because of the poor performance, I don't know. I mean, sure, we got the new Superman and Lois Lane announced. I don't know who the guy is, but I love their pick for Lois Lane because I love that actress Rachel Brosnahan. She was
Well,
a marvelous
the
Mrs.
guy
Maisel.
does look like a younger Henry Cavill. So
Yeah, I know, but he's still got mileage in him, right? I mean, I don't think.
I don't. You know what? I'm of a mind. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
You know, you have the casting. Write a better story. Away you go. Because there was still a lot that, Affleck, Cavill, and Gal Gadot could have done with those characters. They started building up their support team of other characters with Flash, with Aquaman, with the Shazam. You bring Green Lantern into the fold. Not Ryan Reynolds. Although I think with better writing, Ryan Reynolds could have pulled it off. Now that we've seen some of his other shit.
Yeah.
And just take it and run with it. You don't have to reinvent the entire universe to get where you need to go. Write a better story. You have actors that are pulling off the characters. They are doing it right. They just didn't have the right support to get there. And no, I don't think the Snyderverse is the be-all, end-all, because I still say what would have been the best version of Justice League was the combination of Joss Whedon and Zack Snyder's put together. A little bit from column A, a little bit from column B. You put it together, boom. That would have been the best version of that movie. But what do I know? I'm just a small fish in a very large pond. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
they had the makings of. Was I happy with their choice of Lex Luthor? No, Jesse Eisenberg is the Lex Luthor. Deathstroke, that would have been interesting. Mike Magnolenio against Ben Affleck could have been really cool. So, and they just kind of just bring it in and build it up from there, and away you go, and then you have something. Instead, no, cut the whole thing. It's like, oh, you bunch of fucking morons. They're not there to make movies. They're there to make money. And unless, a movie pulls off $1 billion in the first week, people just, no, let's get rid of it. It's just too frustrating.
Yeah.
So I just so want to make stuff on my own. Just make it good. Use up as much as I know to make it, and then continue it, and then see where it goes. Fuck the studios. Fuck them. There's more platforms out there to release material than there ever have been. Even if you just release it on YouTube. You know what I mean? It's still out there, and if it's good, people will want to see it. Yeah. Anyway, end of rant.
That's all I got, folks.
You're just smiling and nodding over there, right?
Yes, sir. You know when to shut up.
We got Comic-Con coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Been rolling my coin.
Actually, that's Saturday. Is that the next time we're...
Well, we'll take a look at it later. We'll figure something. We'll work
reporting
around.
live from Comic-Con.
We'll work around. We'll do it before. Anyway, I don't have any more news. It was pretty quiet otherwise.
We lost Alan Arkin.
Yeah, I was just going to say Alan Arkin. Gone too soon.
Bits and pieces of our past is just slowly eroding away. Ugh. Yeah, I shouldn't get too philosophical on it.
No. We're next, buddy.
Huh?
We're next, buddy.
We're next, yeah. All right, gang. This has been Butcher Bay Rejects. Catch us next time. I'm Mark.
Greg, see you later, nerds.
Have a good one. Bye. You can find us on all our social media. You can search Butcher Bay Rejects on YouTube, at Bay Rejects on Twitter, at Butcher Bay Rejects on Facebook, as well as at Butcher Bay Rejects on TikTok. You can also find us on our website, butcherbayrejects.com. And you can find us on all the podcast platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Alexa TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. Thank you for listening, and tune in again.